The idiots have been in charge way too long. And that's why you're here. For the podcast you need. All for liberty all the time. Welcome to Liberty Bites Back. With your host, Brandon Imel.
They're pretty much going on the side of intersectionality, political correctness culture, the proletariat ideology, and they're not condemning socialism. I can't be a part of it anymore. A part of the Libertarian Party, at least this year. I cannot. I consider myself a Mrs. Caucus Libertarian. And there's no spot for me right now. No spot at all. There's nothing that could possibly be here for me. I want someone that condemns the riots, someone that condemns intersectionality and white privilege, and doesn't pander to all these political correct morons in the world. They've even attacked Brandon Strzok of the Walk Away campaign. They've attacked him, and he's openly gay. This is not about protecting minorities. This is about one race, one color. It's not about anything else. I'm a native. My people's been enslaved. My people have been killed. My people have been scalped. My people have been burned. My people have been genocided. They've also been eugenicized. Most of my people as a native. Am I here rioting? No! Because I have civility. And these people do not. And a lot of them are not even the lives they are asking to protect. Many of them are now going ahead and saying, a lot of the black lives out there, they actually want more cops. They don't want to get rid of cops. But Brandon Strzok of Walk Away, he was getting chased by 30 to 40 Black Lives Matter people today alone. Well, yesterday, on the 5th of September. They were being chased in Dallas. 4 to 5 blocks by 30 to 40 Black Lives Matter mobs. A big mob of 30 to 40 people chasing them. And most of them are homosexual people. It makes no sense on how this can be told that it's for minorities. The only time the Libertarian Party has condemned Joe Biden at all was in April 30th. Called him out completely, not going, oh, both of them are terrible. But the last time they've talked about Joe Biden was on April 30th. And they said it's absolutely imperative that Joe Biden doesn't run so we can get Trump out of D.C. What's that sound like? It's crazy. That's all they've said. They didn't want him to run. Well, what about now? Say something about Joe, Libertarian Party. Instead, they always just, ramble about Trump. Don't even hit both sides. Because they're pandering to the Democrats. Now, I do want to let you know, intersectionality, it's a racist ideology. It leaves most of us no future. And I am someone who fights for my future. And I hope you are too. And I always will. There's no stopping me. And all you leftist racists of wanting to judge everyone based on race and skin color, I'm going to expose you. That's the whole point of this podcast. I'm going to show the world what your ideology is about. And I will cover a lot more liberty-oriented news and a lot of different issues too. But I am aiming at that. And today, Donald Trump, he did go ahead and ban the ideas of white privilege, intersectionality, and critical race theory. He banned it on federal workers to be taught all these racist ideas, which is great. I'm glad they're not going to be taught to be a racist like most of these lefties. It's just crazy. Like, I don't understand how nobody can call out Black Lives Matter. They've been shown in Portland, the Michael Renault, he stalked a Trump supporter and executed him. The warrant shows the surveillance camera evidence that the shooting was targeted. This isn't a protest movement. It's much more. It's a racist group that goes and even kills people politically. Doesn't matter what race they are, to be exact. If you're not part of their gang, they're killing people. It's wrong-headed. It's divisive. BLM asserts that blacks are percentage-wise more prone to being abused by the police. But really, what does that have to do with resolving an abuse issue and over-policing? We need to end the drug war. We need to reduce the size and scope of government. We need to abolish not the police, but their union. Their union is what will be the best thing to abolish. They're the ones that lobby Congress and get bills passed. You need to go after them. Go after the lobbies, which is their union or their fraternity. Half of them are through the Fraternal Order of Police. You know what that is? It's a society. They call themselves brothers. That's why some areas, they don't actually tattle on the bad police, because they're in a fraternal organization. Who knows, there might be even blackmail in these fraternal organizations. It's not unlikely in fraternal organizations. But the biggest systemic flaw that's associated with intersectionality is it creates new issues and new victims. The ideology that treats people differently based on race, color, sex, gender, and heritage will not fix any issues, but makes instead more new issues in our society. Now, truly, what I think we are seeing, it will probably end. But what we are not seeing is what will be a bigger issue in the long run. Always remember, our words matter so much. It's why they censor us. We will always win when we speak. And that's very important to remember. Make sure to speak up and speak loud, or you're not going to be heard in this world. Like, they're over there setting fires to bus stops. They're going to restaurants, beating people up, breaking glass, making sure people don't eat or drink. That's loud. And you need to speak and be peaceful and let people know you're on the side of rational people. Because these are rioters. They're not protesters.